Maya, Houdini, Cinema 4D, 3ds Max, Blender, ZBrush, etc. Which of this software is the best software for you when it comes to doing VFX, animation, 3D art, and so on and so forth? Hey guys, my name is Tammy and I am a VFX artist, a filmmaker, cinematographer, an animator, and a whole lot of other things. And I've been in the industry for well over a decade, might I say, over 15 years, and I think I know a thing or two when it comes to VFX and animation and every other thing that it involves the visual part of, filmmaking, and also the practical parts of filmmaking. So if you want to choose a particular software, right, and you don't know what software to choose, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what field do you want to be specified in? Yes, I know you want to do VFX or you want to do animation, but which field? Do you want to do just modeling? Do you just want to do rigging, animation, simulation, etc.? Now, choosing a specific field would help you narrow down what software that you should use. For example, if you want the absolute best when it comes to animation, not saying that those other softwares are not good when it comes to animation, but Maya is like the gold standard and the industry standard when it comes to animation, and it's a tool that has been used by Hollywood experts for years and years and years. It's basically the industry standard. You could also use tools like Blender and 3ds Max and Cinema 4D, right? But when it comes to like most robust tools that has been developing, that has been getting updates upon updates for a long time, Maya is your best bet. Maya is also used for VFX and a whole lot of other things, whether it be for film, animation, game development, etc. Maya is your best bet. Now, when it comes to architectural visualization, right, then you have to go to Maya's sibling, which is 3ds Max. Now, 3ds Max is a tool that you could use for VFX and, animation and all this other stuff, right? But it excels very well when it comes to architectural visualization, right? So that's your best software for that. If you just want to be creating amazing interior design, exterior design, cities, landscapes, and all that stuff, right? 3ds Max is your best bet. If you want to do stuff like simulation, you want to create explosion, water simulation, fire simulation, and so on and so forth, right? Houdini is literally the, should I say, diamond standard when it comes to that, right? They were literally built from the ground up to handle complex simulation, and it's a node-based system, so it's basically procedural, right? And it's something that has been used by industry professionals, right, in Hollywood for so many years right now. You can't really get better than Houdini when it comes to simulation. You could also use Houdini for other stuff, right? Not just simulation, but when it comes to simulation, you're not beating that software, at least not anytime soon. So yeah, now when we talk about motion design, motion graphics, when it comes to the world of 3D, Cinema 4D is your best bet. It is the absolute GOAT. So when it comes to like 3D motion design, Cinema 4D is your best bet, whether it be it for ads, whether it be it for film, TV, etc. Cinema 4D is the absolute best. You could also use Blender for that, but you're going to have to use, third-party plugins to replicate what you would get, with Cinema 4D. Now, when it comes to Blender, right, Blender is like an all-in-one. Blender is like the generalist tool. Whether it be it compositing, whether it be it rigging, animation, with topology, architectural visualization, and the list goes on. Heck, it has a video editing tab on the software. You can't really go wrong with Blender as of right now. Blender, is one of the best softwares that you could literally get started with when it comes to like finding your footing in the 3D workspace, or in the VFX industry, or in the film industry as a whole, right? Yes, it's not necessarily the industry standard, but one thing I love about all of these tools is that if you learn something here in, let's say, Cinema 4D, you could also transfer that into, you know, Maya. The basics, the fundamental are basically the same. Yes, it's a different name, it's different mechanics, different workflows ish, but you could basically understand the fundamental. The fundamental is the same across board. If you want to do sculpting, then ZBrush is, you know, your go-to. That's not even, there's no other software when it comes to like absolute, you know, best for sculpting. ZBrush is your one and only. Other softwares like Blender, you know, also offer a robust sculpting tool. It is very, very good. However, I would say if you want to specialize on digital sculpting, I would say maybe get started out with Blender sculpting tools, and then if you want to, you know, go advanced, you could use ZBrush. Now, I'm not saying you can't do advanced sculpting with Blender. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that, you know, for a lot of jobs in the industry, right? If you want to be working with the industry, they're going to ask you more often than not if you know how to use ZBrush than Blender. Unless you're just, you know, a full-time freelancer, then you could use any other tool. But yeah, that's just my own take. Let me know in the comment section what software that you like. There's a whole lot of other softwares that I did not mention, and I just want this video to be as short as possible. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.